So I finished the script of analyzing every Persona 5 Tactica trailer, and due to some real-life circumstances, I wasn't able to get the video out in time before the game's release, so I'm sorry for letting you guys down on that one. However, I, alongside Knob's Compendium, have been grinding this game for you guys, and oh boy, do I have things to say. So within this video, I'm only going to be speaking from the perspective of the first 5 hours of the game, so it's as spoiler-free as I can be. Also to note, I played through the DLC campaign before playing through the main game because, for better words, I'm a masochist, and the DLC takes the difficulty and ramps it to a whole new level. In no way, shape, or form do I recommend you begin Persona 5 Tactica with the Repaint Your Heart DLC. However, what I do recommend is that you should most definitely crank up that difficulty to Merciless and try to get 3 stars in every mission, because that is where the cream of the Oreo is in this game. So, I've completed the first kingdom, and the writing style and art style is, unfortunately for everyone else, similar to and is very Persona Q. Personally, I love chibis and fanservice, but I know it isn't for everyone. There's a lot of moments at the start that are very dialogue heavy, and On has the most corny bullshit fourth wall break that consists of, haha, there's another spin-off where we're snipped from whatever the fuck we're doing to go on a wacky adventure. They also very consistently feel the need to insult players' intelligence and explain what just happened. However, this is just at the start, and trust me when I say the gameplay more than makes up for it. Fire Emblem walked so Tactica could run. Like Fire Emblem or Devil Survivor, Tactica is a grid-based tactics game with gameplay mechanics sucked from each of Atlus's spin-offs or Persona appearances. For example, the art style and writing is very unapologetically chibi and Persona Q style. It's the most Nintendo Switch spin-off game that I've ever seen that isn't a Nintendo Switch spin-off game exclusively. It shocked me that they adapted the mechanics from Joker's crossover in Super Smash Bros. And put it in this game with the voltage meter. So in Smash, Joker has the Persona gauge and gets powered up once it's full. It fills up by doing and taking damage. Similarly, the voltage meter works the same way. However, it provides a special move that changes depending on the character you pick. The game has the 3-party system from Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is surprising to see them cherry-pick a mechanic from that game. However, unlike that game, you are able to swap out the protagonist, but I don't see why you would because Joker is busted, just like Erina, the new character. Persona 5 Erina. I don't know if this is some sick joke by calling her fucking Erina, when people have begged for Persona 5 Erina for so long, but hey, they managed to steal something from those games too. On the topic of Erina, Tactica has introduced 2 new characters. Toshiro, who I swear to god if he gets a persona at the end of the game like Zenkichi, I will have the most blank expression on my face, because not only will I be disappointed with Atlus for doing this for a second time, it will go down in history as the most expected plot twist in video game history. And as prior mentioned, Erina, who is a cute rebel girl who sounds a lot like Laura Bailey, but she isn't. She's new talent to the Persona franchise, which is nice to see. In-game she has arts, or if you're a PC player, farts. Instead of a persona at the start, she has an arc where she contemplates her ability to lead the rebel corps due to her being underpowered compared to the phantom thieves. Also, another thing to note is that gameplay-wise, everybody beside her can have a sub-persona to power them up, and despite that, Erina is the Swiss Army knife of a unit. Her charge ability is straight up broken, being able to one-more any enemy by shooting them. Her ambush ability is super good, stopping units from being able to progress forward, and on top of all that, she has hella movement range. So, what I meant by the title of Tactica being a new breed of Persona spinoff, well, it's the quality in the gameplay that I was so surprised at. How I was so engaged on how much fun I was having trying to min-max my turns, trying to get all 3 stars on every mission, how much I enjoyed the side missions with the unique clear conditions, like get to the end of an arena in 1 turn, and the ways how the game forces you to think outside the box and rethink the mechanics of the game. Instead of killing all enemies, you're escorting a unit to an area without them dying. It's respecking your skill tree, as it costs nothing to experiment with different party members and different skills. If something isn't working, fusing a new persona or respecing your skills might just be what you need to win. My number 1 complaint is, I really wish that Merciless was harder. Having a baton pass and being able to sack a unit really ruins it for me, especially since most missions do have a bonus clear condition that is based on having all party members alive. Also, friendly fire not being a thing on lower difficulties is bullshit, because it is so easy to plan around and adds so much more depth into the gameplay. So, Persona 5 Tactica to me is honestly my favorite game of the year. It has engaged me like no other game has this year, and feels like such a breath of fresh air. Although the game likes to follow a very Q-style story where the characters talk about marriage and every character has to relate to the struggles of the spin-off characters, the gameplay in the new additions really make this honestly one of my most beloved Persona spin-offs. The DLC too pains me that it's a DLC. Honestly, it could have been its own standalone game for like $15, but I suppose that's why it is a $15 DLC story pack, and similarly to how it could be its own standalone game, I want to make a standalone video reviewing it due to its high quality and how much I really enjoyed it. So tell me, are you playing Persona 5 Tactica? Let me know in the comments down below. My name is Accursed Jesse, and I'll see you on the battlefield.